Welcome back to Beyond This, grounded spirituality for real life. If we haven't met before, my name is Matilda. I am a professional psychic medium with over 20 years experience. That makes me feel so old. If we haven't talked before, this is the place where you can get real life lessons, spirituality. It's always very grounded, very real. There is no woo-woo in spirituality. It just is. Today's episode is going to be, it's going to touch on a couple of sore points. People will only see you as deeply as they have met themselves. This is one of life's lessons that when we are sitting in ego and wanting people to understand us, to see us, often that can't happen because they haven't even met themselves yet. What a week it has been. It's taken me a while to catch my breath. If you are eagle-eyed, you will know I missed last week's podcast episode. I'm going to record this one, which will go out on Christmas Eve, next week's, which will go out on New Year's Eve. And then I'm probably going to take a week's break whilst I move into my new studio. It's been a tricky month at the Matilda house. Introducing Seamus, who is settling in beautifully now, although I have just caught him dragging one of my giant gonks across the lawn, and he did eat my AirPods this morning. Other than that, he's settling in. But I've had building work going on. Never, ever have I wanted a husband more than someone to take some of the load off me. That's a joke, by the way. We all know that I like being single. But I've built a bathroom from scratch. If you're on my Patreon, you would have had sneak peeks at the work. It is beautiful. It is sensational. It is luxurious. It puts the rest of the house to shame. But it's been a lot. And losing that bedroom that was my office, I'm now having to move into a studio space. The studio's being delivered in January. Yay, hey. We are onwards and upwards in the Matilda home. Lots happening for 2026. I cannot wait to tell you all about the exciting things we have coming up. But it's been a lot. It's been like Tetris. I've had to move stuff from one room to another. And then when that room gets full, or it's had to move to another room. So rooms have been multi-purpose. The bathroom is finished. All but the bath. Why is that, you may ask, Matilda? The bath was delivered about a week ago, and not one of us, not myself, not my builder, not my plumber, checked the packaging on the bath. They unpacked it and carried it into the bathroom, and I went, no, it's the wrong one. They had ordered the smaller bath, like the slipper, the old-fashioned slipper baths. They had delivered the smaller one of those. That ain't going to cut the mustard for me. And the person had obviously pressed the wrong button. I'm not sure. Whatever. And we pivoted very quickly just before Christmas, when everyone, like the Friday before Christmas, everyone in Australia just stops. It's just unwritten rules. Schools have broken up. Everyone stops work. We don't really go back to work until the end of January in Australia because it's our summer holiday mixed in with Christmas. And I wanted to have my bath put in beforehand. So there was a quick pivot, found a driver that was in Melbourne, which is 2 hours away from me, was able to go and collect the correct size. Great. My builder says, I will come on Saturday morning and install it. The plumber had already done the plumbing work. He showed up on Saturday morning, carried it into the bathroom, discovered that they had forgotten to include the feet. So, yay. It will probably be after Christmas now before my bath is ready. I do have a beautiful shower, and my wallpaper went up today. It was sensational. So, yeah, sneak peek of those pics over on my Patreon. But yes, that's why it's been a little bit busy. Now, that is first world problems. I'm not going to deny that. I'm very privileged to be able to do what I've done. I'm very lucky. But we've also had the horrific energy of last weekend where there was a shooting at Brown University, and I'm not going to mention her by name, but one of my Patreon's daughters was there at the time. We had the Bondi shooting, which was horrific. And a lot of other energy going on. And I needed to sit in that for a while before I could think about a podcast, think about what I was putting out. My heart goes out to everybody in the Bondi community. I am dumbfounded by this. I had spoken on my coffee morning about seeing another Port Arthur type event that would lead to the banning or another instigation of an amnesty on guns, and very sadly, that was it. I am lost for words, but the people of Bondi are hurting, and I am very, very sad that that has happened, and so close to Christmas and during Hanukkah as well. So yes, very, very sad. But today's episode is on the back of that a little bit. Because I saw the diatribe going on online, the division that was being caused, and many people trying to argue back and forth to have their opinions seen. This podcast episode is really about that, but also take it into your Christmas period. Take this information into the Christmas period where you are hanging around with people that you are related to. You might not necessarily know them as well as you think, and they probably don't know you as much as you would like them to. People will only ever meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. And it isn't about judgment. It isn't about criticism. It's the truth about awareness, emotional capacity, and self-connection. Many of us walk through life feeling incredibly unseen. We explain ourselves, we soften, and we justify. But most people aren't refusing to see you. They just genuinely can't. Because seeing you requires them to look inward first. Self-awareness doesn't come naturally to many people. And yes, I have been shocked by this for years, trying to express myself, trying to want somebody to love me the way that I loved them. And they're just not able to do it. People experience others through the depth of their own inner world. If someone hasn't examined their own emotions, they won't recognize yours. If someone avoids their pain, they won't hold space for yours. Depth can feel lonely, not because you're different, but because you're aware. There's an old saying that someone that is hurt will cause hurt, and that is so true. We see it every day. When someone is in severe emotional pain through what they're going through grief, through their work, through not being seen, they will often lash out at someone else. Projection and misinterpretation can happen a lot. When people haven't met themselves, they don't see you, they project. Your boundaries become cold, your confidence becomes ego, and your healing becomes distance. They respond not to who you are, but to what you activate in them. So many people will just project their own anger and hurt onto other people. They will project the inability to understand onto other people. How many of us have been gaslit by somebody that says you should do XYZ because that makes them comfortable? Because It's what they can understand. But the key is to stop shrinking to accommodate other people. You do not become more relatable by becoming smaller. You become visible by being consistent. The right people won't need you explained. They'll recognize you. They'll see your worth. Stop trying to make people love you that do not even love themselves. And practice discernment without disconnection. We can love people without expecting them to understand us. You can meet people where they are without abandoning yourself. Just don't expect them to see you for all you have and that depth. People will only see you as deeply as they've met themselves. This is not a reflection of your worth. Please don't dim your light. You don't need to harden and you don't need to shrink. The right people will meet you in truth. The reality is that as you grow, as you evolve, and as you understand yourself, you will lose friends. You will spend less time with them because they don't meet your depth. I can't tell you how many people I speak to who are bored of those around them. That's not on you. That's on them not wanting to level up. I've spoken at depth, and thank you, Aretha, for offering this. We're going to open a chat in Patreon about the 4 agreements. It's now the 5 agreements. It's one of the best books I've ever met. It helped me understand other people, not to understand them, but to understand their perception of me and to understand that they will never meet my needs and I have to meet them myself. Okay, it's time for our Patreon shout-outs. If you are a member of Patreon, this morning we had a wonderful event. There was, I think, 150, 160 people in the event. It was open readings. I can't remember it very well. I don't always remember these events. I am channeling. I did about 12 readings. I'm pretty sure I did about 12 readings. It was magnificent. It was wonderful. The energy was spectacular. I do love the larger events. There's such an eclectic range of energy, and there's bridges between each reading, whether it be a name, has someone passed, what message they had for their loved one. There is always a bridge. So that happened. That was a free event for my Patreon members today, as a thank you for your support during this year. Patreon is evolving, and we have a new tier that is really going to kick off in January called Connected, which is all about people wanting to learn to lean into their intuition and their guidance. It's not about mediumship. It is about getting that connection with your guides and working on that. We also have our manifestors, which I'm behind on my WhatsApp messages. Sorry, guys, it's been a lot. And as well as that, which isn't part of Patreon, we also have our Embody mentorship, which is kicking off in January. I'm just getting the workbooks ready for our first month of work. You will have those next week, just after Christmas. So keep an eye out on your emails. There is still space for group mentorship if you would like to join us. I am sending out another email, which will be the last round. That's probably going to go out today or tomorrow. So keep an eye out if you are on my email list. So our thank yous this week are for Jessica Wilder, who has joined for 12 months, Lisa, Chris, Monica, Kylie, Debbie D, but not as in Downer, and Emily. Thank you so much for joining. It is just a pleasure to have you there. Make sure that you tap into all the resources, and the collections tab will have everything there. I'm going to work on a new how-to video over the holidays as well. I will be absent in Patreon for the next week or so. I'll be popping in. I'll probably do a live around Christmas time, but I really need to get our new community space up and running, as well as lots of other fun things that I'm working on for our community. So thank you to all the Patreon members this year. This is your space as much as it is mine, and it is incredibly supportive. Just ask the right questions, and the right people will step up and help you. Christmas isn't always a joyful time. And I want to recognize that some people do actually like to spend the day alone. Some people do enjoy being by themselves, and some people don't. This can be a fresh year of loss for many people. And it can also be difficult if you are no contact or low contact with family, or just choose to spend it without family. And I also know that many people are struggling to find their joy this year. So we're going to do a guided meditation on returning to joy. If you don't feel like returning to joy, totally understandable. If you want to be the Grinch at Christmas and sit in front of the TV with your Boxer Quality Street, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I've done that on a few occasions myself. But if you would like, you can do this. If you are driving, I do not suggest you do this meditation. Wait until you get home. I want you to begin by finding a position that feels effortless. You don't need to sit perfectly. You don't need to hold yourself together. Just allow your body to be supported. Gently close your eyes and take a slow breath in through your nose, and a long, unforced exhale through your mouth. Again, breathe in soft and steady, and breathe out, letting your shoulders drop. There is nowhere to go, nothing you need to become, and for a few minutes, you are allowed to simply be. Bring your attention to the points where your body meets what's beneath you. The weight of you, the steadiness holding you. Let your nervous system register this moment as safe. Right now, you are not being asked to solve anything. You are not being evaluated. You are not behind. You are here, and that is enough. As you begin to relax, I want you to soften your forehead. Let your jaw unclench and allow your tongue to rest on the bottom of your mouth. Let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Your arms grow heavy. Your hands relax. Let your chest rise and fall naturally. Your belly softens. Your hips release. Your legs sink and your feet feel warm and grounded. Your body remembers how to relax. You're simply allowing it. Now imagine a warm light glowing in the center of your chest. This light is not excitement. It is not performance. It is not achievement. This light is joy without effort. With each breath, Allow it to expand gently. Let it move through your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and into your hands, through your belly, your hips, and your legs. Your body is now resting inside this warmth. Notice anything you've been carrying, the pressure, the expectation, the belief that joy must be earned. You don't need to fix it. Just place it down for now. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel joy. Now say with me, I allow joy to exist in my body. I allow ease to be present. I do not need to become someone else to feel good. Joy is safe for me. Rest here. Nothing to do. Nothing to fix. Joy finds you when you're chasing it. Joy finds you when you stop chasing it. Bring awareness back to your breath, to your body, to the room around you. Gently move your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Carry this ease with you. Joy is not something you chase. It is something you allow. So this is it, the episode before Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday, doing exactly what you want. Eat what you want and be merry or don't be merry. You must do what you want to do. Let me know what you're doing for Christmas in the comments. And if you can, share the joy. That's amazing. My predictions are next. I'm never excited when my predictions happen, especially ones that are difficult to deliver, difficult to see, difficult to witness. It's not something that I take pride in, but I like to share what I see because often it can prepare people. Christmas may be very difficult in some parts of the world. It feels as if there's some retaliation going on in various areas of the world. And I don't want to talk about the conspiracy theories, but there's a lot of truth in some of them, which is very distressing. I do feel there'll be a push for some areas of the Epstein files that will be redacted. I don't think that it is just Trump wanting those kept redacted. I have been shown, and I spoke about this a number of weeks ago, that Israel is incredibly compliant in redacting them, forcing them to be redacted, that sort of information. Unfortunately, the United States is not particularly autonomous in the way that their administration runs things, which is incredibly sad. And I do believe that there may be some violence in and around Israel over the Christmas New Year period. I just want to give a heads up with that. I have also seen that their explosive weather on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day And that will include an earthquake that I feel, I'm going to say Thailand, Indonesia area, that could trigger a rather large tsunami or tsunami warning. If I go over to Western Australia, I am being shown weather and heat being very impactful, including fires. I'm not being shown major fires in Victoria at this stage. I do think they're coming as we go into January, but right now I feel like it's not so much. I'm seeing something around Darwin weather-wise. It feels very shaky, but it feels more wind. So I'm not sure if Darwin is expecting some sort of wind event, or I don't want to say earthquake, but it feels earthquakey, windy sort of air. Like when you see things moving. I'm not getting an explicit thing with that. There's going to be a bit of a shock in the music world with either somebody's eloping or someone's getting married, and it's going to take everyone by surprise. Um, I am still seeing something happening on the east coast of the US as far as terrorism. So my advice is, if you don't have to be in the city centre, whichever city in the east coast you are in, maybe not. Okay, if you don't have to be there, don't be there. Problems with finance, it feels like there's going to be some, all the FPOS machines go down, or the computer system glitches, and people aren't going to get paid on time if they're getting paid really close to Christmas. Be aware of that. But I think there's some fun stuff coming out as well. There's going to be some SNL sort of skit that's going to have people talking. And I just feel news coming out of the White House that's going to shock people. And also, someone's going to fall over in the UK. Oh, that sounds great, doesn't it, Matilda? You don't know what you're talking about. Everyone falls over. I feel like somebody's going to fall over or slip, or there's going to be some talk outside wherever they have the Royal Christmas. That's what I want to say. That's about all I've got for you today. I hope you are all well. I am going to take this opportunity to wish you a peaceful, love-filled, joy-filled Christmas. And stay safe, everyone, if you are traveling. I shall speak to you next week. Lots of love.